This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. An event that draws tens of thousands of people to downtown Sarasota is not being held this year. The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix has canceled its parade due to a number of factors. And as ABC 7's Ray Collins tells us, not everyone is happy about it. Ray?
Yeah, a big downtown event has come to an end, at least for now, Haley. Each year in late June or early July for the past 32 years, racing boats have glided down Main Street, and some 30,000 spectators would line the parade route from 301 all the way down to Gulfstream. But not this year. So what happened? A few things. First off, when the boats would come down to the foot of Main, there's now an issue with construction at North Palm Avenue where the boats usually exited downtown. And then there's the cost of security, and that's not all.
The city purchased new bicycle metal barricades for parades or outdoor events, and there are certain events that they require that those go up at, and the Festival Parade of Boats was one of those.
So instead of a boat parade, organizer Lucy Nicondri says they're going to line up 30 boats on Main from Orange to Five Points.
And many other race sites do what they call a Boats on Main block party, where now it can be a more fan-friendly event for the public to get to know the teams better. The teams can sign autographs. They can now give away items where on a parade they couldn't before. They couldn't throw things.
Well, I was disappointed the parade's not going to happen this year.
Ron Soto is head of the Downtown Merchants Association. He says a block party won't have the same impact as a parade, and he wishes the city would try to help bring down the costs of security and those barricades.
But, you know, it could be nicer if the city could do something in kind for it. It's a great event, and it's a shame it's not going to happen this year.
City manager Tom Barwin says it was the event coordinator's decision not to move forward with the parade. And so far, he says he hasn't heard much disappointment.
Not that I've heard yet. You know, I think people who are aware of what's going on will probably continue to attend the event all weekend.
So as for Nicondri, who's just trying to raise funds for Suncoast charities, she says she's trying to make the best of things. It was just a few months ago the city forced her to move her Thunder by the Bay biker weekend out of Lower Main Street. But she's matter of fact.
You just kind of have to work the best you can with the cards you're dealt.
So that boat block party is a week from Friday, July 1st, and of course the big races are Saturday and Sunday, July 2nd and 3rd off Lido Key Beach. Haley.
And Ray, do they hope to try to bring back that parade next year?
Well, they might. It depends on downtown road construction and perhaps a major sponsor who would help defray the costs of those city fees,
which would hopefully raise more money for those children's charities. All right, thank you, Ray. And now we're going to head over to Bob. We've had some pretty nice boating weather the last couple of days. Bob.
Yeah, so many comments, too, about how great the weather was today. Beautiful out there. Low humidity is the big key, and that's a result of a lower dew point. Now, this morning, the dew point was in the low 60s. Come up with just a little bit, and that's going to be a trend, I think, over the upcoming evenings. So enjoy tomorrow morning. I think it'll be a little warmer on Thursday morning. The pressure actually rising now at 30-10. And what we have is an upper level low spinning right here, and we're going to be on the back side of that, and that's going to bring that moisture our way. This will thin out. This is that very dry air that's been in place now over the past 2 days. But as I mentioned, it will be starting to thin out a little bit tomorrow, more so on Thursday. Already, you can start to see some of that moisture increasing on the East Coast near West Palm Beach and Miami. We had a few showers near Fort Myers and into Charlotte Harbor. That activity has since moved on, and really dry conditions right now across the area. We'll have much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley.
Thank you, Bob. An emotional farewell today for 200 men and women in Sarasota's National Guard. The unit is going to our nation's capital for ground-based air defense. Governor Rick Scott was on hand for this event. Scott stressed the importance of national security in the wake of the Orlando massacre. Emotions, of course, ran high for some of those leaving home.
I'm sad. They really don't understand until I'm gone. My wife is obviously upset about it, but she knows that I'm in good hands and that I'm going to come home safely.
I'm going out defending, help prevent another mass shooting, another 9/11. So to be able to be part of that, I feel like I'm doing right by my country.
Members of the Florida National Guard have deployed more than 100 times since 9/11. New information tonight in that Orlando massacre investigation. We're hearing from the man who says he reported the gunman to authorities years ago. This as the U.S. Attorney General visits with survivors and victims' families.
Attorney General Loretta Lynch visiting Orlando today.
I am so inspired by the strength and the resilience of the survivors and their loved ones.
She announced $1 million in emergency funding from the Department of Justice to cover the costs of overtime, counseling, and added staff for law enforcement as the case unfolds. Lynch also meeting with lead investigators as we learn about the warning that led the FBI to question the gunman in 2014.
I knew I had to touch base with the authorities.
Mohammed Malik wrote an article for the Washington Post claiming he contacted the FBI after he says the shooter boasted about watching al-Qaeda recruitment videos.
I went on to ask Omar what he thought of the videos, and he went on to tell me they were very powerful, which raised the flag even higher for me.
And now new developments. A source telling ABC News a day before the attack, 3 plane tickets were purchased for the gunman and his family to travel to San Francisco.
Sources also telling ABC News that on the day of the attack, the shooter's wife saw her husband with a bag of guns, and she says she tried to stop him from leaving. Sarasota Memorial Park Cemetery is starting to look much improved after the county mandated officials clean the grounds. Gardeners mowed and cleaned up the grave sites today. A group of community members took it upon themselves yesterday to fix up the grounds before being kicked off the property. Some residents have been upset over the lack of maintenance, with tall grass and fallen branches blocking headstones. The county is giving the property owner until the end of the week to get it into code compliance. And an employee of Sarasota Memorial Park tells us it will be taken care of. A state fire marshal says the 6-alarm fire that ripped through several warehouse buildings in Sarasota last Friday caused at least $1 million in damage. Some people lost many of their possessions in this massive fire on South Packing House Road. For others, like JR's Old Packing House Cafe, extensive damage to the back of the restaurant has shut it down for about 3 months. The state fire marshal is still working to determine the cause of that fire. Manatee County commissioners unanimously vote in favor of placing a voter referendum on the November ballot regarding a half-cent sales tax for infrastructure. The sales tax still has to pass, but leaders across the county are wasting no time making their case over how the revenue should be allocated. Barrier Island officials want county commissioners to consider allocating part of that revenue based on tourism. But Palmetto's mayor wants distribution to stay the way it is, based on population.
The islands have a little tiny bit of population, 2.5% of the overall county, but they have a huge impact from tourism.
What I'm encouraging is for all of us to work together under the current guidelines that are in the Florida statutes on the distribution.
If voters approve the referendum, it could raise the sales tax rate in the county from 6.5% to 7%, the same as all of the counties that border Manatee. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, the latest poll is out, how much Hillary Clinton is leading Donald Trump by nationally and in the state of Florida. And the latest on a presumed missile launch by North Korea.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Hello, America. I'm John Crode. It's Tuesday, June 21st, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $333 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 49. That's followed by 50. Up next, we have 13. Your next number is 6, and your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 21. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 10. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 49, 50, 13, 6, 21, and the gold Mega Ball is 10. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be $363 million. Good luck in Play On, America.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah. When this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Did you know? When your dog stays at Canine Corral, the play is free? Contact Canine Corral today about boarding and daycare packages. Canine Corral, where the love is.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida. It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Thank you, my fellow Americans. As your candidate for president, I will make bling affordable with Spectralite diamonds.
Spectralite diamonds are manufactured in laboratory conditions to equal the finest natural diamonds.
This political message was brought to you by Created Gems and the Bling Party.
Big bling for little change for you.
Bob, I think we all want to know how much longer this is going to last, this really nice
Right.
lower humidity.
It's amazing. I made a one-sentence post today on social media, and I got all this response because people are so happy about it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're missing those afternoon storms because the fact that we are not getting a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. Dry air has moved out unusually, and unseasonably dry air has moved in. And I tell you what, it is nice out there. A Sun Circle, Dave Levy sending this one in. That's right near the Ringling Museum, just a little south of that, and a nice shot there as the sun was setting. And Fred Seeger always getting a great shot, the reflection of the tidal pool there you can see, and the sun setting with a few folks walking the beach on Siesta. And in Venice, John Duncan getting a little bit more cloudiness around there. And Wendy, this from Terracea, great shot of Terracea looking out over Sarasota Bay and off toward Tampa Bay. Now, as far as the webcam goes today, the review showing these cumulus clouds, just fair weather ones as they made their way on by for the most part. A few showers down to our south. Started to cloud up a little bit this evening, but a little bit more moisture starting to come back already. So I hope you enjoyed it. This tomorrow morning should be okay, and then we'll start to see a little bit more come back, especially tomorrow night. Big storms along the East Coast this evening as a result of that moisture coming back, but not much going on along our immediate coast. It'll stay that way too during the overnight. 82, still warm. Although this is pretty nice, humidity at 60%. We have an east to southeast wind at 11, and the pressure now 30-10. That is rising slightly. The high was above average. The low this morning, though, wasn't at 70 degrees. Not close to the record, though, in the low 60s. No rainfall to report today, and so far, we're doing pretty good for the month. The 78/100ths of an inch above average at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. 75 in both Tallahassee and Orlando this evening, and temperatures all in the low 80s for the most part. 78 though in Avon Park, Sebring, Lake Placid, and Punta Gorda. Lows tonight will be a little bit warmer than they were this morning, but still pretty nice out there. These are seasonal temperatures for this time of year, right around 73 degrees, 72 degrees in Sarasota, 71 at Lakewood Ranch, and in the upper 60s in Wichita, I should say, in Wauchula, and also in the Sebring. Well, the RPM forecast model not showing much in terms of rainfall for us tomorrow. A few clouds possibly in the afternoon, and then 1 or 2 lone showers I expect by 4:30, 5 o'clock, and those should move on pretty quickly. By Thursday, we start to see a little bit more of a southerly component to our wind, and that will bring in a little bit better chance for some showers and storms around on Thursday, but it looks like similar conditions are anticipated on Friday and Saturday, with maybe some coastal showers in the morning on Sunday. Well, you've all heard about it. The excessive heat wave across the Southwest continues to be a big problem there. In fact, it's a result of the jet stream kind of moving northward as it normally does, but a little bit more so, and a large ridge of high pressure building in over the desert Southwest, creating this extreme heat, which is now going to be expanding, already has into Colorado, and will continue to do so. In fact, here's some of the things going on. Power outages in California, excessive use of air conditioning there, 125 degrees in Needles, and also record demand in Arizona as far as the energy goes. 4 deaths already to blame, and some of the roads are actually buckling in Colorado due to the excessive heat. Temperatures now in Colorado, Denver at 79, still at 91 in Salt Lake City, and in Phoenix, 106 degrees. Albuquerque a little bit cooler, 89 in Dallas and over the southeast. Atlanta, 82 degrees, and pretty nice into Mobile at 75. As far as the forecast goes for tides upcoming, 346 for your high tide, low tide will be at 746. And 10:07 for another low tide tomorrow evening. East winds will turn to the west. Pretty good boating out there. Seas running 2 feet or less. And it looks like this will stay with us through Saturday. A light chop on the bays and inland waters, and the water temperature now at 85 degrees. UV index will be high tomorrow at 10. And it looks like tonight, pleasant, mostly fair. Seasonal temperatures, lows in the low 70s. For tomorrow, look for another nice day. Just a few clouds in the afternoon, a high of 88. There's a chance for a few afternoon storms. The northeast winds will be at 5 to 10, turning to the west in the afternoon. The rain chances get a little bit better on Thursday, and anywhere from 40 to 50% chances right through Saturday and Sunday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The latest national poll has Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump 47 to 42%. And according to this CNN ORC poll released today, 22% of registered voters say they could change their minds between now and November. Meanwhile, in a speech about the economy today, the former Secretary of State argued that despite his business experience, Trump cannot be trusted with the nation's finances. The presumptive GOP nominee was quick to respond.
He's written a lot of books about business. They all seem to end at chapter 11.
I understand debt and how to handle it. I've made a fortune with debt. But debt for this country is a disaster, and Obama has piled it on, and she's been there watching.
The CNN ORC poll wasn't the only major one released today. Quinnipiac University released its own, focusing on Florida, showing that the presumptive Democratic nominee is getting a boost from independent voters and adding to her advantage among women in this crucial battleground state. Clinton leads Trump by a margin of 47% to 39% in Florida after being in a virtual tie last month. North Korea is believed to have fired 2 more mid-range missiles tonight, according to the U.S. and South Korean military officials. At least one of its launches failed, the 5th reported failure since April. The U.S. State Department issued a statement condemning the missile tests. They say they're prepared to defend U.S. allies in the region if necessary. An alligator attacks a Florida man this evening not far from Disney World, where a boy was dragged into the water and killed by a gator just days ago. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office posting this picture of the gator on the agency's Facebook page. They say the 8.5 to 9 foot gator bit a 58-year-old man in Bushnell. He suffered injuries to his leg and was airlifted to the hospital. Florida Fish and Wildlife will also consider plans for this year's bear hunt tomorrow. Staff recommending it be broken into 3 separate 4-day periods. Hunters would also be given permits on a first-come, first-served basis. Both the Humane Society and the NRA taking part in this debate.
All the focus should be on trash management and education and outreach for people.
Bear-proof trash cans, whistles, freezing your garbage before you put it out. That may help some, but nothing will be successful if you don't hunt bears to keep the numbers down.
Last year's bear hunt was planned to last 7 days, but ended only after 2 as hunters quickly approached the 320 bear quota. New estimates say there are around 800 more black bears black bears in the state over the last year. That means the number could be killed. That also could increase. Mote Marine releasing 2 spotted eagle rays off of Longboat Key today. The rays are part of a first-of-its-kind study of the species. They're both equipped with tags that will send information to scientists to help them study a variety of things about the species.
Well, this is a very understudied species, so we're trying to discover more about their movement patterns and the habitats, the food that they're eating, and both short and long-range movement patterns. So do these guys migrate? Do they stay locally? Because that has a lot of implications for how we manage spotted eagle rays as a species.
The species is protected in Florida state waters, and spotted eagle rays are around in our waters on the Suncoast. They sometimes even leap out of the water. Up next in sports, Rays highlights and an update on the Florida Gators in the College World Series. But first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what awaits you if you so desire it.
Go with the cat's fur. Hold the cat close.
Okay.
Good, good. Now, yeah.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus ES 350 for only $329, or enjoy 0.9% APR, just $329, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View with the latest in chic sunglasses, plus Audrey Lander's accordion lessons, and Chef Judy has the best desserts on the Suncoast. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
When you don't know who you are, you can be anyone you want to be. You're coming with me.
Ooh, where are we going?
To the most wondrous place in the world.
Roll up, Tableviews Traveling Circus is here!
This isn't a fairy story. People don't always live happily ever after. But we will. I'm Hetty Feather, and this is my story.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix offers 2 full days of racing just off Lido. Aquacross racing returns with more than 80 personal watercraft teams, along with 10 superstock boats, averaging 70 miles an hour. Then more than 30 powerboats take to the water, many topping speeds of 100. And don't miss the Boats on Main block party and meet and greet Who's in the Driver's Seat, events so you can meet the racers up close and personal.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150, Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419, or enjoy 1.9% APR, just $419, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Now, sports.
The Rays taking on the Indians in Cleveland tonight, looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. But before the game even got underway, the Rays were dealt not 1, but 2 more losses. That's because they've placed perhaps their best hitter this season, Steve Pearce, on the disabled list, along with outfielder Mickey Mahtook. The two were injured last night, Pearce with a strained right hamstring and Mahtook with a broken left hand. The Rays now have 4 outfielders currently on the disabled list. In place of Mahtook and Pearce, the team has brought up infielder Nick Franklin and reliever Ryan Garten from AAA. Now to tonight's game. It was tough going against the Indians. Corey Kluber, the righty, pitched a complete game shutout, striking out 9. The first runs for the Tribe came in the third when a Jason Kipnis base hit took a weird bounce past Desmond Jennings. Kipnis rounded the bases, but an error was given to Jennings, so it wasn't ruled an inside the park home run. Either way, Cleveland wins 6-0 and extends Tampa Bay's losing streak to 6. Tonight's injury news does not end with the Rays. Lightning forward Ryan Callahan will be sidelined for about 5 months after undergoing surgery to repair a tear in his right hip. He won't be able to play for the Team USA in the World Cup, and that also means he will probably miss at least a few weeks of the 2016-2017 NHL season, which begins in October. Callahan had 28 points as one of the Lightning's leaders this past season. Meanwhile, one of the all-time Lightning greats is ending his career. Vinny Lecavalier officially retired today after 17 NHL seasons, the first 14 of which he spent in Tampa Bay. That, of course, includes the franchise's only Stanley Cup victory in 2004. The Bolts took Vinny first overall in the 1998 NHL draft. He also played for Los Angeles and Philadelphia. Congratulations to the Florida Gators on a great run in baseball this season, but they have fallen short of a College World Series title. Their 3-2 loss to Texas Tech today eliminated them from postseason play. The Miami Hurricanes also made it to the World Series this season, but were eliminated yesterday. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
College is the best starting line a Florida student could have. Since earning my degree at the University of Florida, I've gone on to be a NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Rookie of the Year and a team owner in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series. Thanks to the Florida Lottery, many more students will be off to the races with a brighter future. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If you don't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here!
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This will really prove the love between man and dog. They've only been apart 2 weeks, but it's clear these dogs miss their handler. This is Mark Richardson of the North Yorkshire Police Department in the UK, and his dogs Dutch and Bailey clearly very thrilled to see him. As you saw in the video, one even jumping into Richardson's arms, and this is not a small dog. The other one's just running laps. Look at this. Bam. Adorable. They're both very happy.
Used to greet me when I came home from school. I remember that many years
Every
ago.
day. It's the greatest because they're so excited. You can just, go to the store and come back, and it's like a grand entrance. I love it every day. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.